So we are connecting.
65-year-old guy did
Yeah.
on social media.
Yeah, for his son. It's kind of cool. Yep. Okay, awesome. We are live. And let me pause that background video. Great. So, guys, we are sitting. Oops, sorry. Let me just move that over. So, Amy Suzan and Phil Wilkins from US Virgin Islands.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Silly question. What's the difference between the British and the US Virgin Islands?
I think they just broke it down on
Yeah,
who wanted what.
Hey,
you
they
know,
were like,
a
we're
little
going to
bit
split
before
this
my
up.
time, you know.
Okay, fair enough. Guys, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having
And
us.
thank you. Well done on your lifting.
I appreciate
You're like
it.
2 world champions. You're like legends.
Two world
It's kind of cool.
champions. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
And sauna champion.
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, thank you for helping Tom get down
Tommy.
without killing her.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He did. I suppose we should mention the second attempt exit or
Yes.
attempted exit.
Yes.
Where
He apparently decided to try and pull those plywood boards
Boards
apart,
apart. Yeah,
like
yeah.
a dodo, you know.
instead of
So-
just walking out.
But it's crazy when
Yeah,
you watch 1,000 people do it, and then when you're up there, you just kind of,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like,
100%.
especially when you get your lift, so you're like,
Yeah.
you want to run around and talk to your coach. or
And they're like,
whatever.
"Ah,
No.
get out.
Yeah, I look back to his mom and dad, and his
Yeah.
dad was just like, oh my God. Like,
You're adopted.
yeah, I know, right?
Awesome.
That was great.
So can we start with you?
Sure.
Groovy, can you give us a little bit of a rundown on who you are?
So I live in Hayward, Wisconsin, a little town of 2,000 people.
Okay.
I started with powerlifting back in 2017.
So Wisconsin, you love this weather. It's like summer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
warm to me. I was around tank tops and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else is in mittens. I'm like, it's great here. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have been doing endurance events, CrossFit, and then I started with powerlifting. I figured go down to 3 lifts versus 300 and excel, hopefully. And I just, once I had my first competition, I loved it. And just the camaraderie with everybody. You all have something in common, and you can just keep working for yourself and helps build confidence. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
yeah.
And the
I don't
community
know.
is awesome.
Yeah, it is. That's the best thing about doing this is the people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great when you can make your lifts and feel confident and go do what you set out to. But
Yeah.
it's all the people that makes the difference.
That's it. 100%. That's all. What else can you tell us about you?
So
You see, I'm pushing that point. So
Yeah.
it's like, come on, let's go. What's your favorite color? No.
black.
Black,
Blue.
okay, excellent. Blue, okay,
Blue
cool.
and black.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I am a human resources assistant at a
Okay.
hospital, and I work as a waitress 1 night a week. Kind of keep busy. I have 2 boys, 16 and 14, and my
Wow, okay, a lot of
oldest,
work.
Yeah, well, they're awesome, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've got the 2 best boys, and my oldest helps spot for me for equipped bench at home, and
Okay.
I lift in my garage. So just kind of do it on my own, and
You want to give them a shout out?
yes, my kids are awesome. Ross and Trevor. yeah.
Okay,
So
awesome.
yeah, we just the 3 of us kind of do our thing, and they support me, and yeah.
Are they lifting? Are they getting into the sport?
My oldest does a little bit. My youngest is not really into it yet, but
Yes,
yeah, he's
okay.
my little nutritionist and helps
Okay.
keep me away from Dairy Queen blizzards and all the bad food. So.
Okay, McFlurries. You
Yeah,
have that?
kind of, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
All right, awesome.
so, yeah.
Okay, let me just take that off. Phil's coughing off
sorry.
camera.
Yeah.
No, man. Okay. This is when you're like, oops, sorry. You know. All right, awesome. Oh, cool. Phil,
Sir.
there we go. Give us a little bit of history and background.
Started around 13 years old. My dad dropped me off at a gym that I couldn't really walk away too far from and get in trouble, so I was stuck there a lot. And a powerlifting team picked me up. They saw I had a little bit of talent
Yep.
and coached me up. I ended up winning nationals, the junior nationals in 1996 in Portland, Oregon, and fell in love with the team environment. Everyone was so supportive, and then joined the Army right after high school, and that kind of changed everything with all Iraqi freedom and everything. So married
Sure.
really early, and just life gets in the way, and but always maintained working out, and never wanted to be the biggest guy, just wanted to be the strongest guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
100%.
I was just like,
So I was going to say, so what happened? You ended up being both?
no, not at all. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed bodybuilding, and
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, they had the muscle mags. I'd cut
Yeah,
them
yeah,
out and
yeah,
make little
yeah.
collages, and
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
but I did everything for sets and reps. And after the powerlifting event, I was like, all right, let's get strong. So after Iraqi Freedom, I dropped down to about 160, 158, and so I lost about 40 pounds over there.
Okay.
And so that was really it was tough getting it back in, because when I got back, I started school full time, working full time, but gym was before dating.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I've never been it's always been number one on like my passion. So it wasn't hard, and then USAPL kicked down, and I started making a little bit of money, had a little bit more free time, and then started looking at some records, and I was like, man, I can beat that,
Yeah.
And then so and like anything else, small victories turn into big victories. So it was like a state championship was big for me, and then I was like, let me make a run at nationals, and then the IPF, and then it's just kind of history after there. So took down the last 3 IPF and won championships, but I think we're gonna go open next in Austin. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful sport, and I wish it was bigger in the States. I promote it all the time in a positive light, but truly, I wish the youth kind of grabbed onto it a little bit more. But yeah, anything that can assist in that way, I'm 100% all for.
Awesome. So we're going big with this. So.
Right. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
I sold insurance for 15 years, so I don't take no for an answer.
All right. There you go.
I think just 2 points to speak to. That you always made gym a priority. Your training. Why?
It was part of, I guess nowadays you would say your mental health, but that wasn't really a thing back then. It was just part of my identity, and if I went too long, I would start to, get down on myself, and for no apparent reason, not like body shaming or anything, just because I knew I was getting weaker. So that's when I knew I was like definitely a power lifter. So had a little bit of a back injury in Iraqi Freedom, so going from a 3, I was really thankful that they had a bench only, because when you can't do all 3, they have push-pulls and stuff like that, but really happy to be able to compete at a world event, with something that you can do pretty well. So, but I was always a 3-lift guy before that, so I was, and when, going through injuries, it's hard not to get a little emotional and
absolutely
get down on yourself, and
stuff's been taken away from you.
And you realize how much you love it and how much you need it and how much it's a part of you. So, and I also like how it bleeds into other aspects of your life. Small victories turn into big victories. Saying no to going out, or getting your sleep in, getting your hydration, bleeds into your diet. And it's just all around positive. But mainly, like Amy said, the people. I mean, just amazing all the way around. I mean, I was telling my sister while we were here. Everyone's rooting for everybody out there, I mean, barring that one off where it's razor thin in your division, you're like, But super positive all the way around. You see them on the street, you see them in social media. It's all love. So it's fantastic. Great experience.
You were speaking about the youth and why in America getting powerlifting more popular. What have you seen it, and I'll come to you on this as well. What have you seen it do for youth, and why should people get involved in the sport?
Oh man, where to begin? I could probably talk about this for an hour. But
I'm fine. I'm here until Sunday.
But
the battery's on 82%. Very good. No, just
really. It's kind of gotten a little soft with the youth a little bit, and a little digital, a little stay in your room, and iPads and iPhones, and
they've had challenges that they need removed from them.
Right. Yes.
That's the thing.
Absolutely. So, and one of those challenges is getting out there. My son's 17, and it's really like when you do those remember wins when I was 17. And you're like, whew. But
you were shipping out.
Right. Close, actually. But the communication and just that one-on-one that I feel like that's been deducted from society a little bit, and that camaraderie and friendship, and not a digital friendship, or not a an online whatever, but really for the youth, the camaraderie and
that's camaraderie and friendship based in challenge,
absolutely,
and struggle
and dedication,
and sacrifice.
Sacrifice, dedication. Really, but it's a you versus you thing. That's how I've looked at it. 100%, and there's no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of people eke out of it a little bit, because it's easy to make excuses for yourself. So, but if you hold yourself accountable, there's really no one to blame but you. You know. So I don't think a lot of people like looking inward a lot. So I think that's one of the main advantages of getting out there and just doing it.
And doing it. It's they deserve it.
Oh, for sure.
That's the thing. They deserve the struggle. They deserve that. So, from you,
I would say confidence. Just as girls and women, we always are looking at our bodies, and it's something that you can do no matter what size you are, and you can always get better at it, and switch weight classes, and go for strength. And I think it's just for me mainly confidence, and then you just feel good about yourself, and that leads one thing to another. And in a small town, when they see me around, they're like, well, you're inspiration, and it makes you feel good that you're trying to help others, and
absolutely,
stay healthy, be on the right track. And no one's perfect, but we can all keep trying and get better. So,
and the thing about powerlifting is you were talking about hydration, you talk about like training with your older son. Everything that you do for the sport is for your own good. So if you want to be stronger and lift more, you got to get your sleep. You got to manage your hydration. You got to manage your nutrition. So all of these things that you do are going to give you gifts later on in your life,
for sure,
as you go, because you're not going out late, you're not drinking, you're not partying. We see with some of the UFC guys, the Khabib, like he went back to the hotel, sleep, and in the gym the next day. If you want to be the best, that's what it takes.
Absolutely.
And the cool thing is when the guys start doing that, I think in the 70s they might have partied a bit harder after meets, but everyone starts upping their game. We've got to up our game. So.
You miss out on social events sometimes, and you give and take, but instant gratification versus long-term gratification, I always look at it that way, that it may feel good 2 minutes, but 2 years down the road you're going to feel better.
Absolutely. One of the sub-juniors was saying to us earlier, he said why he loves it, it's immortality, because your name is always in the record books.
Couldn't agree more.
And that's it. It's like, that's something that's very, very cool. You'll be there forever. So if you're going to speak to moms, why should they get involved?
Any age to jump in. And just, again, whatever age you are.
So the reason I'm saying, like, moms give everything as dad, so it's time for you.
If I don't have my time, I'm a much better person, much better employee, much better mom when I can go out and just relax. And it's, even though it's working out and lifting weights, it's my relaxation, because you're only thinking about that lift and breathing. You're not thinking about the rest of the world. And I think you can be a better person all around just by giving yourself a little bit of that wellness.
So, I mean, there's no better reason.
What you
proof
do,
of self-love.
Your kids see you and their friends, and it's kind of cool. And my son has his friends over and they start lifting, and it's neat to see them do it too.
But when you're benching more than them, how does that make them feel?
It's good, because I'm like, I still, they're taller and bigger than me, but I'm like, still gotcha. So
We had the Vandenbergs on earlier. Yesterday, they were like, between Zach and his dad, there was a little bit of chirping. I'm coming for. He said, I'm going to beat your numbers. So it was like, what numbers? Give me specifics and a timeline. I said, okay, 2 years. Well, you've said it now and there. So that's it. That's kind of cool. So you are beating them.
So far,
we just want to make that as a
time, but
public record.
So far beating them, yes.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Cool. And your son, is he looking at lifting?
He's a little more of a runner.
Okay.
I tried, He does come to the gym with me, but I think that's that high school facade physique, kind of like me back in the day. So I completely understand, but it's fun. I bring his friends in, maybe several times. I don't want to say several, maybe once a month or so.
Okay.
And but it's all for Instagram, taking videos, and I'll make them a reel or whatever. But it's cute, and
we got some laughing over there in the corner.
Oh yeah, it's all for the gram for them. But speaking of which, I probably get hit up a dozen I don't know, probably a dozen times a day for like coaching or this or that, and, or how do you do, or tips, and just to speak of the powerlifting community. And I always, you know, if I can't stop what I'm doing, I'll hit them back right there and I'll say, hey, you know, I'll hit you back later today. But I swear I answer every single question, in depth, whatever. And even
That's
when they
awesome.
ask for coaching, I just feel like it's for me right now. And I refer them to Tom or,
Yeah,
to
okay.
someone else specific for them, whether it be nutrition or lose weight or whatever. But I just think I feel blessed when it's kids, and I check in with them and I hang in, you know, follow up, and I just think there's nothing you can pay it forward like that.
Absolutely.
A little bit better. So, and it's not just me; it's everybody here. I mean,
It's
so,
saving lives.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, at least helping on a positive path, you know, and be around encouraging positive people, and you know, today that's
that little bit of encouragement can
absolutely.
stop you making
Oh,
a
it did
bad
for
decision.
me. It did for me
As
when
a
I was
kid,
when
so.
I was a kid. I mean,
Yeah.
I probably changed the trajectory. A little bit of love like that, you know, a little bit of recognition, and I was like, all right, you know, and followed all the way through. I'm 42 years old now, you know. I remember when I was 13 that
looks like
day,
20.
you know. Yeah. So,
Okay.
just to piggyback off of what Amy said with her kids, you know.
Okay, you want to give your boy a shout out as well?
Alex Courage, Dark Alex 21.
Also, so you're also his agent.
Oh no! Yeah, his agent of dozens of followers. No, but my training partner Patrick Barger came and made some noise the last 2 years at Worlds, and it's been really nice to have someone of my age and not a young kid. And then come to a world stage and be like, man, we can keep up with those youngsters. You know? Like, so it's a you always got to find new.
Not up the road.
But, right. Yeah. But we got to. You always have to find new ways to motivate yourself. Like, once you win a world championship, what's that hunger to like get back in and get or not miss a day or slack a little bit and still get your numbers. So never wanted to maintain, always wanted to improve. You know.
Absolutely. Cool. What would you like to see from the sport?
Oh gosh.
For yourself and for the sport in general, what's next?
I think just growing and just, like Team Canada, they helped me yesterday and they jumped in, and it's just cool that no matter where you are and what you're doing, that there's always somebody there to help you, and it just makes you feel awesome, and just the community, and just to see it grow and just to get young, any age out there moving and live longer and be healthier. That's what we have. We only have one life, and we have to do the best we can with it.
Absolutely. The maybe the guys from the Buddhists from Mongolia would disagree with you, but so and for you, whether your plans for the future with your lifting?
Yep. So I'll be going into Mongolia in October for Full Worlds Masters. So I love bench. It's my favorite, but
awesome.
Doing the team, the 3 lift, I just love the whole sport. So just
awesome.
to try to keep one step, keep going.
And keep pushing, keep growing. Yeah. Where you saw the 86-year-old Japanese like benching body weight.
Amazing,
It's like,
adorable.
whoa!
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, that's very, very cool. And from your side, what's the future hold? And then what would you like to see for the sport?
Oh man, definitely happy that it's in the U.S. next year. So Austin, Texas. So now
we're not being.
I know. Now you guys got to come over to my back door.
But just bear in mind what you pay for a steak here and what you pay for a steak.
It's very true. It's very true.
Prices here. It's awesome.
But
and everybody's so nice.
I think you guys will enjoy Austin a lot. Though.
Absolutely.
Bring down a 4th World Championship, but next year. I've said it for 3 years running now, where I'm not going to do one in it. I'm going to do the Open. So I'll do the Open next year. I caught a lot of heat from the Open guys here. So this is the first time where a couple of them, I saw some in Lithuania and then a different mix in Kazakhstan. And this one, we're all kind of here. So got some, went out and got some great pictures, had a few drinks, and it was nice to bat the ball back and forth. And so I think it's a healthy, fun competition. But when I watched the 105 Open, what was it, yesterday? Yesterday, I was like, man, I should be up in this. What am I doing, So I'm going to train for that, and that'll be that new extra kick.
Okay,
you know?
awesome. That's what's so cool, is like you can enter both.
Right.
You know, on the same comp. You know,
Yeah.
it's the same accommodation, same flight.
Right. It was always a timing thing because, you know, the M1s are in the beginning.
Yeah.
And this is the first one I came without he's an M2.
Okay.
Without Patrick. And so it'd be one of us lifting at the very beginning and one of us lifting at the very end of an event. So, you know, 10 plus days plus travel, you know, it turns into, So if I was going to knock one out in the open, it should have been here. But being in the U.S. next year, I think I can get him back in it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
We'll make a run at it. So I'll train my butt off for that and chip that world record I got there. So hopefully I'll do more than chip it. But
knock it out of the park.
Yep. So it's all about the numbers. It's all about the training, and so just keep grinding.
That's it.
And for the sport, I would love more youth. I know we've touched on it, but I would love. For the junior divisions to be triple what they are next year, and then all that every year. I love seeing that. And I really enjoyed the senior section of it. Who was it? That Indian girl that was in your division?
Yeah.
Oh man, you see how happy she was? That's what it's all about.
Over the moon.
Yeah.
Just in the back, congratulating each other.
Yeah.
I was TC for the session where they had their first lifter.
Right.
And there were like 9 of the guys coming out to cheer in the tunnels. Like, guys, come on.
Yeah. I love that.
It's so much fun. At least they weren't sneaking in, coming in like.
Right.
I had to watch everybody.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure. But
I think so. If you could have your dream scenario for both of you guys in terms of lifting, like, maybe it's sort of the inner city areas or the areas that are struggling more with what youth have access to. It is such an incredible sport because I'm very fortunate. I get for the last 15 years I've been coaching at drug and alcohol rehab centers. The first one I started is a facility called Houghton House in Johannesburg. They're probably the top in Africa.
Right.
Yeah. And what's so cool is to get an addict that's in their first month to do anything that is uncomfortable, forget about it.
Right.
But you take 2 of them, put them up against one another, and use ego.
Yeah.
They'll set themselves. They'll explode.
Yeah.
So it's like do 10 push-ups. No. Right. Okay. First 1 to 100 push-ups wins, and they'll go. So for young men, what I've seen with some of the work that we've done in SA. Stay in the gym and use the ego because you want to beat your friends. You don't want to be out drinking or doing drugs or getting into trouble because now they're getting stronger.
Right.
And then what we've seen for the ladies, for the young girls, it's called the gym is a safe place to go after school.
Right.
That's the thing where maybe they can't go home.
Right.
Maybe it's not a safe place or just there's no one home because the parents are working. The gym's a safe place to hang out, do homework, spend time together.
Right.
So if there are corporates out there, at home for you guys,
absolutely,
that would want to reach out, they can get in touch with
100%,
you guys.
100%.
They want to make a profound difference.
Yeah.
I don't know of a better sport.
Absolutely.
And the value of the sport is all of the cost is up front.
Right.
Yeah. You buy the equipment.
Yeah.
It's like you're not. There's no maintenance on a 20 kilo plate.
Right.
Versus a treadmill or a bike or another kind of equipment.
Right.
So, and you guys would be happy to get involved in that.
100%. 100%.
I think that's just get a gym in every town and every city, and
absolutely,
be something that would be
Couldn't
very, very cool.
I'd love to promote this as much as possible.
So are there any corporates on mind you'd like to guilt into getting involved?
You know what? I'll promote this and I'll reach out on Instagram.
That'd be awesome.
You got your Facebook lady right here.
Yeah. I heard the word administrator. I know. I was like, okay.
Right.
So from you guys, just anything else in closing to finish? Anything you'd like to say? Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
All friends and family back home. Oh, I'm sorry. Friends and family back home. Just Alex, Chris and Amy, Sarah, Katie, Trevor, and Tom and Patrick.
Cool. How do guys get you on social?
Powerfill 904.
Okay.
But you can go to 3-time world champion. I feel.
Yeah. 3 or 4 times.
All right, 4 next year.
Yeah, 4 next year, absolutely. Amy, for you?
Just everybody here, all the volunteers had the best handoffs here.
Yeah,
ever.
okay,
And
epic,
you back
thank you.
there, like
Yeah.
just happy, and you know, it just makes the day go by so much smoother.
You got to be
so-
a nice TC. Come
You
on.
do,
It's
you
like we
do.
all know what it feels like to stand there and like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
and you're trying to calm your mind down. So, okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
stay calm, but yeah, just family, my hometown, Hayward, Wisconsin. Everybody's supporting, and so yeah.
Are you getting a parade? Hayward, Wisconsin, we're calling you out.
yeah.
Where's Amy's parade?
Right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. That was so cool.
Appreciate you.
You
having
guys
us.
rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks
no,
a
no,
lot.
thank you.
Thanks a lot.
And thank you.
Thank you.
It was
I
awesome.
appreciate
All right.
it.
Only a pleasure. That's